All right, everybody, welcome to game two of MHG versus EPOXY. EPOXY down a game, looking to force a game three here on Loop. Raptor, what do we have for EPOXY, sir?
Here and the green on the north spawn this time is EPOXY bringing Ohio Kremlin. St. Vincent banned by both teams for this match. So for this game, I should say. So no St. Vincent's on the board. Fronted by Des Moines, Stalingrad, Marseille. Let's have a quick look at builds. I forget sometimes that we have this amazing tool. Yeah, Ohio's a fairly standard build, a little bit of survivability. Upgrade slot, American upgrade in slot 6. Kremlin's gone reload. Marseille reload as well. Now the Marseille has gone also heavy AP shells. One of them has, Walrusy. Got double Marseille here. Big Boy opting for a little more gun reload there. And then Covey's Napoli on this flank, also going for reload and radio location. Special K Shimakaze going a full torpedo reload build here, not unique upgrade. He is diving towards the middle of the board very quickly. Headed to the other flank, Frosty Beverages Des Moines. Fairly standard there, running unique upgrade as well. Stalin's gearing, same as build we saw last time, torpedo build. And Boyanorite in a Stalingrad this time. And he is also headed over here to A in a range build. Talk to me about the MHG lineup, Saf.
Yeah, now this map is quite a large map, so a range build makes sense in a Stalingrad.
Absolutely, yep. This is a huge map.
To the south, opposing them, MHG, looking to 2-0 this series and force us to find a game 3 someplace else, is bringing a unique upgrade Kremlin, same build as last time. Sniper Ohio. We've got Nuke headed towards the B cap with a range Des Moines, fronted by a torpedo spec unique upgrade gearing. Memes Kleber is sitting in the middle between B and C, ready for whatever happens with a reload gun build. Zulu the Scrub just walking right into C-Cap, saying, well, if nobody's going to be here, I'll just take it.
Completely uncontested, yeah.
Completely uncontested. But look at his torpedoes and look at Holsch's torpedoes. Do you think they figured out where they expect the enemy to show up? Look at that. So Zulu going in there with the range build. Holsch's Venezia all set with the reload also in this Venezia. Now, I didn't talk about it last game. Holsch's Venezia is set up to just nuke from orbit any destroyer that gets detected. So keep that in mind when you see him going out there. He's playing not long range Venezia, but up front, up close and personal. He's looking for Special K. Ancient Tangerines in the Moskva is using a legendary unique upgrade that gives a tighter spread and believe longer range at the expense of reload. And then we've got Curious Shadow with a unique upgrade torpedo spec, full torpedo spec, helps with the Shimakaze torpedo reload at the expense of the rotation of those turrets. They are glacial, so he's not able to turn sides that easily with that Shimakaze.
Now, Zath, I want to point something out here. Special K, I believe, is now running the 12-kilometer torps on his Shima. Check Curious and see if you can figure out what he's running, but Special probably would have landed some torpedoes against Tangerine's Moskva had they had the range just then.
Both Shimakazes are running 12-kilometer torpedoes, at least according to the mod that I'm looking at.
Okay. You do occasionally see the 20-kilometer noob tubes in King of the Sea because the range is very impactful. And that range is one of the reasons that gearing is a popular pick, or at least having a gearing in your lineup is not that unusual because of those 16.5-kilometer torpedoes that gearing packs.
Right.
Tangerine spotted now.
Interesting. If you look at the map, MHG is kind of spread out evenly-ish. EPOXY's got a different approach. They're just putting both beef sides on the flanks, trying to make something happen.
Well, and it's interesting to me. You have a look at this, Ath, because they've done the same thing, sort of, that we saw last time, right? You've got both battleships on the same flank. Here, the A flank. EPOXY setting up very clearly for a huge push down the 2-3 line. Actually, I should say MHG did this last time. EPOXY now doing it. They're gearing on that flank. That Stalin took a torpedo just a moment ago.
He did take a torpedo from Splendid Furious 1's gearing, and there's more coming. Nope. Okay, they're okay.
Yeah.
But this is I covered a replay of MHG on this map. This is exactly what they did last time.
Well, this isn't MHG. This is you mean EPOXY. Oh, have these two teams played before? Because you mean EPOXY's doing
No. This is exactly what MHG did last time.
Oh, you mean them spreading out?
In that COTS replay I covered on Loop,
Oh,
I
okay. They
just can't remember
spread.
their opponent at the time.
Okay. In other words, they spread out like this, covering all this
Uh,
territory.
yes, and this was actually against NABR that they did this
Okay.
play.
Got it. Got it. This epoxy push really intrigues me, Zath, because,
Mm.
one of the things about Loop's new cap configuration, if you can solidly do a pretty good job of locking up control of A and B, pushing
Oh,
from there into the
look,
middle and taking control of C becomes much simpler.
look at D. Look at D quickly. Curious Shadow going sideways to torpedoes. He sees them. Oh, all skill, no luck. It just
They ran
expired
out of range, didn't they?
right next to him. Right next to him.
He's probably clenched up just a little bit right now.
Brown alert.
6 minutes gone. It's about a 120-point lead here for MHG because they've been ticking up 2 caps for quite a while now, whereas EPOXY only ticking up the 1 cap that they were gifted at the start of the game there in A.
Now the thing about this kind of like you're talking about the double battleship push, right? I mean, the thing about Loop is you're either going to win one flank or you're going to win the middle. But if you kind of go for the middle, then you could potentially give up both sides, and then you got crossfires coming in. So Epoxy feels like their path to victory is winning one side hard. But if you look at it, they're also pushing on the 10 line at this point with the double Marseille.
They are. And what I like, I was going to point this out, right? The Marseilles sort of function like half battleships, for lack of a better word, on this flank, right?
Mm-hmm.
As both of them now, with their speed boosts up, just if nothing else, their presence this close to the decap kind of zones out the MHG defenders. And what I'm expecting to see, Zath, right? The Stalingrad of Boy I Know Right and the Kremlin of Moose on the Loose just now starting to move south out of the ACAP. I think you're going to see them turn and kind of face into the middle of the board as this push over down the 1 line, Wolfman, Frosty Beverages, and Stalin's wraps into the B cap. And then from there, they're going to own those caps and probably try and push into the center of the map.
You know what I want to see is happening? I want to see what the Kleber is going to do memes over in the Charlie cap. He's exiting Charlie now.
Running north.
He's running north, so he can back cap the Kremlin, Stalingrad, Des Moines, Ohio gearing push over there out on the
I
east
love
flank.
it. That'd be amazing. I'd love to see that play.
Yeah,
looks like he's what he's going to do.
Yeah, it looks very much like it. Torpedoes now coming in, forcing the Marseilles and Covey's Napoli to duck behind cover. Covey barely dodges that last torpedo. That's going to slow that push down significantly, actually.
It is, and I have to wonder now if they're not letting Covey get up here for his smoke. Is his smoke available? It is. Sometimes I see some people, some streamers that I know, right? They'll use Giuseppe Verde and like a couple of Ruprex, and you just shove them all in one big smoke ball and have fun with it. But these Marseilles now, okay, Walrus's Hydro is up. They see those torpedoes coming. They know they have to do something.
Yeah, boy, I know, right? Stalingrad is starting to get farmed. I love this play. Zulu opening up with his Z42 in smoke. Memes opening up with the Kleber.
Kleber AP, but they know Memes is there, but right now they can't do anything about it.
That's right. That's Kleber AP, which is quite handy against a broadside cruiser like boy, I know, right? Stalingrad.
Absolutely. Well, what started out as a lead for MHG quickly starting to close. Less than 100 points here. 8.5 minutes gone as the Epoxy push down the 1 line succeeds in grabbing B. Their push down the 10 line succeeds in grabbing D. And now, I'm sure they don't really care that they don't own the center of the board at all. They don't need to.
Well, we say that now, but I have a feeling that might come back to cost them. Tangerines, we didn't really catch it, taking a lot of hits here from those Marseilles. As Special K Shimakaze is broadside to torpedoes. Oh, that must have been some serious desync right there, at least on my view.
Found a nice gap there. He's out scouting in front again as they're trying to push Tangerines off the board. Tangerines quickly running out of room to run away if K's continuing to keep him lit. K is very deep. I mean, he's very alone out here.
That's what K does, as both Marseilles do take a torpedo. That does again slow them down, but K, as we know, Raptor, is a destroyer prodigy.
Oh yeah, that's his focus. More torpedoes continuing to come in on this Marseille push as the Kremlin starts to land some hits on Walrusy. Big hits there. The SAP doing some work.
Yep, and now the torpedoes, these are going to act to split the Marseilles up.
Just a
Big
little
Boy's
bit.
going to have to turn a bit. Meanwhile, go ahead.
I was going to say, we have had a lead change here as we cross over the halfway mark of the game. EPOXY out to their first lead of the game. In fact, their first lead of the day in a match they desperately need to win to force a game 3. They're going to get Walrusy. Yep.
Yep, there goes Walrusy. Now, Bueno right. Again, look at him. He's backing up. He's on fire. And look to his north.
Yeah, well, and Memes, they've done a good job of farming down the Stalingrad, but Memes, I'd say, I don't know, if I'm Memes, I'm still not necessarily comfortable with that health to get into a gunfight with a Stalingrad.
Which is why he's holding.
Yeah, you put the Stalingrad out, things change. I'm much more interested in be like, okay, let's get in this cap, let's do something. In fact, Memes is joggling his throttle. He's trying to time it. There comes the radar. He's trying to time it so that the Stalingrad would be dead when he touched the cap.
Or he was waiting for the Stalingrad to DCP, which just happened, and there it
is. There it is. But Memes is lit because he went ahead and fired.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Moose is getting his guns around. As now the gearing.
Yeah.
That's Splendiferous stepping back onto B. Oh, they hit Memes. Again, more shells going out. Radar going up for Splendiferous.
Corey in trouble in his Kremlin.
They missed.
Shimakaze torpedoes on the other side of the map. And Tangerines is able to turn around with his Moskva, go bow in towards the enemy, and has Special K on radar.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked he was able to make that turn and live to tell the tale, but for the moment, it's working. Special dodges the Venezia salvo. Memes did survive Moose on the Loose's backup salvo there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were not able to defend B, unfortunately. Splendiferous' daring does pick up B. It's a 110-point lead in holding here for MHG. 60 seconds to play on the timer. A single kill could flip this game. If Tangerines goes down, that's a huge kill for EPOXY.
Oh, and they need this desperately right now, looking at that score.
They need those points as Beam steps onto A. There's the points. That narrows it to almost back to a tie game. Less than 10 points now separate these teams as each team flipping a cap. Well, I said that, but now look at Curious Shadow. He's back capping the Marseilles.
Yes. Yes.
And they can't do anything about this.
Look at Zulu the Scrub Z42. Look at how close he's getting. He's flirting with his concealment right now. Moose taking torpedoes because of that.
MHG back out to the lead here, 20-ish, almost 15. That's about 15 points or so. 25, excuse me, and growing. 40 seconds on the timer. MHG now picking up 3 quick caps.
Yeah.
Shocking to see.
Just taking torpedoes.
Shocking to see caps change this many times, Zaf. Oh, Frosty gets hammered in there.
He does absolutely get hammered. Well, like I said at the start, when you put your beef on both flanks, what happens? You just go up the middle.
Yeah.
Beautiful play. Zekis now with more torpedoes coming in on him in his Ohio.
MHG can't afford to lose a ship here. If they do, and they might lose Zekis here with 10 seconds on the timer.
Wow.
2,300. He's still lit.
He's DCP.
820.
Oh, he goes down.
995, and they manage to bag the kill that flips the score. They get another kill. Now they're at 996.
Look at K
just
win.
They did it.
K goes down.
They did it. No, oh my goodness, they didn't.
K goes down. Holz's Venezia smacks him with sap as he pulls off a drive-by.
EPOXY got to 996, Zaf, and lost a ship. And lost K.
Who's left? Holsch and Covey. Holsch and Covey showdown right now.
Oh,
Holsch
is gonna. I think Holsch is gonna. No, he's gonna dodge most of them.
Covey's got it. No, not enough.
The other torpedo rack, maybe? He's running out of time. 6 seconds. He doesn't have the time for it. 6 seconds, 2 seconds.
Here's the torps.
It's not happening. It's too late.
Oh.
Wow. Who actually won? MHG actually won. Okay, good. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, wait a sec. Wait to see which team.
I could have sworn when EPOXY got the kill and ticked up to 996, I was like, that's it. It's over. They managed to claw it back in the last second. And then K died. I wasn't even looking at K. That's crazy.
I wasn't either. As soon as we saw that other battleship, I looked at the minimap. I saw the Shimakaze. I saw the Kremlin. I said, oh, how did we miss this? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. What an insane finish, ladies and gentlemen. Well, MHG goes 2-0, but I would not call that last game clean by any stretch. A well-played game by both teams.
Absolutely. We are switching games, by the way, so let's throw it back to the studio so we can get all this, turning away. It looks like S Triple C and Tretta coming up.
Outstanding. See you in a minute.